This is one of the driest places on Earth, where water is almost non-existent.
Yet, in the middle of this harsh environment, something unexpected has been built.
What if water didn't come from rivers, but from the air?
Here, the process begins by pulling in thousands of cubic meters of air.
For the people inside, this is just another day of turning an unlikely idea into reality.
Sensors immediately begin measuring what the human eye can't detect.
This factory creates water where none exists.
On the outside, it looks like any other industrial plant.
Inside, an intricate network of systems is already at work.
Thousands of tons of air are pulled inside every hour.
Every system is tracked in real time, down to the smallest variable.
At this moment, the entire factory comes online as one system.
Everything starts here, as massive filters pull in raw air from outside. Dust and particles are stripped away before the air goes any further.
Teams constantly monitor these filters to keep the system efficient.
Every drop starts as invisible air.
Industrial fans move that air at a scale few people ever see.
Long ducts carry it deeper into the heart of the plant. But clean air alone isn't enough.
The air is refined even further through carbon filtration.
Humidity levels are measured with constant precision. When conditions are just right, the system allows the air to move forward. Ahead, the air enters chambers designed to force a change. Cooling systems bring temperatures down to precise levels. As pressure builds, the system prepares for condensation.
Engineers watch closely as air behavior shifts inside the system.
This is where air begins to change.
For the first time, water becomes visible.
Droplets form, merge, and begin to move. The process now shifts from air handling to water production. Here, condensation happens at full industrial scale. Each surface is engineered to pull moisture from moving air.
Gravity guides the collected water into controlled channels below.
Air is forced to release its hidden water.
As the system stabilizes, water production becomes continuous.
The newly formed water is immediately guided away for processing. But this water isn't safe yet. Here, the water is gathered before its most critical test.
Temperature and stability are carefully controlled at this stage. These machines run continuously, hour after hour.
Even at this early stage, clarity and consistency are closely checked.
This is the water in its rawest collected form. From here, the water is sent forward for purification.
This next step decides everything. The factory settles into a steady rhythm before purification begins.
Powerful pumps now move the water into the purification process. With flow stabilized, the system moves into full purification. The water now enters the purification system.
Purification begins with multiple layers designed to remove what the eye can't see.
Reverse osmosis membranes separate pure water from dissolved contaminants.
Ultraviolet light neutralizes microorganisms without adding anything to the water.
Every molecule is tested and cleaned as it moves forward.
Every batch is measured against strict purity benchmarks.
One mistake here can contaminate everything.
Essential minerals are added back in carefully measured amounts.
Calcium and magnesium restore balance without altering purity. Even acidity is fine-tuned to precise standards.
What flows here is now clean, stable, and ready for verification.
This lab confirms that every standard has been met.
The water is stressed under pressure to ensure system reliability.
Only a fraction passes this stage. Approved water is immediately cleared to move on.
Anything that doesn't meet standards is immediately rerouted. Once sealed, the water is protected from contamination. With safety confirmed, the water is cleared for storage.
Now the water is stored at scale, ready for constant demand.
Water levels rise slowly, carefully balanced across the system.
This factory runs day and night. Automated systems constantly watch over storage conditions.
Backup power stands ready to keep water flowing without interruption.
Because stopping means no water. From storage, water is directed toward its final purpose. As one shift ends, another begins.
Even after dark, the work never stops.
Stored water remains carefully monitored around the clock.
Water quality remains stable,
even under constant demand. Now comes the real purpose. Valves open, sending stored water toward packaging. The bottling line comes to life with exact timing. Each container is filled with exact precision. Each bottle is sealed to protect what was carefully produced. From here, the water moves beyond the factory walls.
Packaged water begins its journey on automated conveyors.
Entire pallets are assembled automatically, ready for transport.
This water will travel where rivers cannot.
From here, distribution becomes a carefully coordinated operation. Every bottle carries a record of when and how it was produced.
Entire communities depend on this.
Shipments leave the factory without pause.
The water reaches places where natural sources are scarce.
Local facilities receive and secure the supply for daily use.
From here, water becomes part of everyday life.
But this factory hides one secret.
Behind the scenes, efficiency is constantly recalculated. Energy use is optimized down to the smallest margin.
Waste heat is recovered and fed back into the process.
Even excess moisture is captured and reused.
Engineers constantly refine the system to reduce waste.
The factory operates with minimal waste by design. All of it leads toward a single outcome.
This factory doesn't need rivers.
Outside, the land remains dry, while inside, water is being produced every minute. Climate data shows just how limited traditional water sources have become. This technology could reshape survival. The system is designed to expand without stopping production. New units are added while the factory keeps running.
Scaling doesn't mean starting over.
Each module works as part of a single system.
Central monitoring keeps everything balanced.
This factory works continuously, day and night. There's no shutdown button on necessity.
Maintenance happens without interrupting the flow. Even at night, production never stops.
Automation carries the workload while people supervise.
A new day begins, but the work never paused. In one of the driest places on Earth, water is being made.
This is water created through engineering, not rainfall.
A constant source of water, built to endure.